Is it working? Testing broadcast. 1, 2, 3. Alrighty, what is up, everybody? Hopefully, y'all having a good evening out here. I mean, I am in Los Angeles or Hollywood, Los Angeles, California. And the first thing I'm about to do is react to Avengers War Table or Avengers MODOK War Table. Basically, a reaction to a gaming trailer. Yeah, this is from the game Avengers War Table. And if you see like the way the characters look, they don't look like the actors based off the based off the Marvel Disney movies because they don't have the licenses. So basically, they got different. They're gonna have a different look than what you're used to. Alright, come on.
When I was
Oh, Lord.
young, I found an orphaned wolf cub in the forest behind our
Ah, Miss Marvel. She's one of the Marvel SJW characters. We'll probably be in the Phase 2, Phase 3 movie. Was it Phase 3, Phase 4? I don't know. I haven't caught up with the phases. Oh, yeah, it'll be Phase 3.
I felt if I could instill rules, the proper boundaries, I could harness the raw power of that beast. A few months later, while hunting, the adolescent cub turned on me.
Yeah, hold on.
We're fixing the damage the Avengers did all those years ago.
Ooh, post-apocalyptic.
Inhumans are sick.
Yeah, sorry for the shitty quality.
It's dangerous. It's lethal. You are lucky to be alive.
Ooh, shit.
Come on, Kamala. Let AIM help you.
I'll take my chances. What if the Avengers were set up? I think you should see for yourself.
Yeah, just see, he doesn't look like Mark Ruffalo at
Mr.
all.
Stark, help us with
That's
this?
both Bruce Banner.
Hi, I'm sorry. Who are you?
Nor does that look like Robert Downey Jr.
He
Not even
locked
close to
Captain
Robert
America
Downey Jr.
and
Then you
he
got
tried to
Captain
drive the
America.
Chimera.
Son of a...
Have you all completely lost your senses?
What? Where were you while the world went to hell?
This is our fault. All of ours. You really think the world is better without us? Yes. See, it's always been your problem. Running from who you are, what you are. I am warning you.
This is exactly what Tarleton wants!
My head's like getting through the hole.
You struggle against the unstoppable tide of progress, Avengers. Power cannot be controlled. It has to be destroyed. I will rid the Earth of superpowers. Even if it has to end with me.
Wow, interesting trailer. But as you can tell by the models of the characters, they're not going to be like what you're used to from the Disney movies. Because they don't have the license. So of course they're not going to look like the actors. You know what I mean? Of course, like Iron Man is not going to look like Robert Downey Jr. or Thor's look like Chris Hemsworth, or Captain America like Chris Evans, or you know what I'm saying, or Hulk look like Mark Ruffalo. Yeah, they all gonna look different. What's up, CSK Bay? What's happening, man? How you doing tonight, bro? Yeah, if y'all want to, I want to show y'all like a little peek at the gameplay too, cause it looks interesting, man. It looks like a really interesting game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do you remember the Spider-Man game from PS4? That's what it reminds me of, man. Square Enix, man. Square Enix is a quality company, man. They made quality games, man. Like, one of my favorite games of all time is Square Enix game, Final Fantasy VII. And yes, I am super hyped for Final Fantasy VII Remake. I've been for the last, like, 4 years. Love that game. But yeah, I'm going to get you to the, like, little bits and pieces of the gameplay. If this thing can load. Yes, my internet is slow. Hey, what's up, man? I said got 3 viewers tonight.
But even as AIM promises a cure to end the inhuman infection, and the revolutionary Adaptoid Project offers a world protected by science, Tarleton, a victim of 8A himself, uses AIM's technological might and the public's fear of Inhumans to convince the world that the superpowered are uncontrollable and cannot be trusted. His deranged obsession drives him to become MODOK, mental organism designed only for killing.
Yeah, if you ever heard of him, man, he's
When
like, he
choosing
got
a
this
villain,
like really
we knew
big
we needed
ass
someone
head.
who had the muscle and mental capacity to become an Avengers level threat. We also wanted a new face for modern Avengers fans. Big face. But comic fans know MODOK is anything but new. His origin
Oh,
in
yeah, he's
Marvel
been
lore
around
dates
for a
back more than 50 years
long-ass
to
time.
October of 1967 in Tales of Suspense. Now, with AIM's drive to
Let's move to the gameplay. I ain't want to spend all day looking at this.
Wait, is that Thor?
Holy crap, Thor! Where the hell did you come from?
Ooh, look at
I was
this
serving
shit.
the commoners when it started raining.
I'm liking the graphics, man. Who's digging the graphics of this game?
Unbelievably good to see you.
Bit dramatic, don't you think?
It doesn't matter. He's here now.
Oh, shit.
So the false god returns. Why? You did
Yeah.
what you
Oh,
were
this
supposed to
reminds
do.
me of the game from damn, what they call that game? It was a Marvel game for the Xbox. Fuck, I forgot what that game was called. But yeah, it's like like this game we play on the Xbox, the Marvel superheroes game where you get to play like Wolverine, Spider-Man, Thor, and all that. This is really reminding me of that game. This is by the way the attacks go and what you can do with Thor. Yeah, I think you could play Thor in that one. Yeah, you could. My favorite character in that game was Iron Man, man, because you can do anything you wanted to with Iron Man. He had like long range and close range attacks. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't have to have limited range like Wolverine did, and he had more firepower than like Human Torch did. That's why I love Iron Man so much. He gets you far and close. Yeah, it's Hulk.
Just like old times.
AIM dropships inbound.
Ooh,
I
nice.
see them.
They can fly.
Focus on those mechs.
Well, of course they can fly.
Kamala, you okay? Yeah? No. On my way. Hulk, you got this?
AIM robot.
Dare I ask who this
I
child?
wonder who the bosses are going to be. in this game.
Don't worry, she's up to it.
Man, Thor's beefy though.
Chimera's still losing altitude. Thor, can you hold it up with wind?
Real beefy.
Tear the ship apart.
I wonder how the other characters look. Or this pretty much is going to be all Thor gameplay. Let's see how the Hulk does. I mean, come on, man. Let's see how the Hulk does. I want to see if the Hulk got any extra moves. Oh, it's like it's all going to be Thor.
Who else will fall before your hammer?
Oh, he's going to beat the force field. Man, don't Thor got like a... Are they going to show Thor having a special move or something like that? Or like a move that takes a lot of energy and all that? You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Thor putting work on that robot. Damn, right. Oh, there you go. Come on, let's see the whole. This is all gonna be Thor. This is all Thor gameplay.
Guys, the Chimera can't take much more of this. They did a lot of damage down in the engine room.
Tarleton, do not do this!
You've given me no choice.
As you can tell, that's not Liam Hemsworth's voice.
You'll find this shield familiar, Stark.
There we go. Let's see Iron Man.
The damage has already been done, Avengers. Open the pipeline!
Kamala, Tony, we're trying to restart the engines, but there's not enough power. We're out of time, people. Brace for impact.
Hey, God of Thunder!
Stay behind me.
Now, bring it!
It looks like all the gameplay is seen through Thor's POV.
Keep going, it's working!
Pull up!
Guess that's it. Oh well, that'll be it for looking at the gameplay and all that. Looks cool, man. Looks just like this MCU game they had for the Xbox 360 and Xbox One. I see you only got one viewer. I see you, CSK Bay. Is that Eddie Murphy, Johnny Carson show? Good lord, Eddie Murphy was such a character in his prime in the 80s, man. Dude was just hilarious. But we're gonna move on from that. We're gonna talk about Jenny Slate is going to move on from being, she's no longer going to voice Missy on Big Mouth. She says black characters on an animated show should be played by black people, which I don't really agree with, and I'll bring you up some examples later. In a recent Instagram, Jenny Slate announced that she can no longer voice Missy, a character that's been lauded as sensible portrayal as sweet, weird, and brilliant black girls on Netflix Big Mouth. At the start of the show, it resonated with myself that it was permissible for me to play Missy because her mom is Jewish and white, but Missy is also black. And black characters on an animated show should be played by black people. I acknowledge how my original reason was flawed, that it existed as an example of, oh my lord, white privilege. Look at these woke bright buzzwords that existed as an example of white privilege and unjust allowances made within a system of societal white supremacy. In that Emmy playing Missy, I was engaged in the act of erasure of black people. Anyone portrayal of Missy is one step in a lifelong person. Oh my god. Look at all these woke buzzwords. Like, I don't know. I grew up in the 1990s. We had political correctness, but we didn't have crap like this. This crap this whole paragraph has came about in the last, I say, like 6 or 7 years. If you look at the way like the words white supremacy, white privilege, and all that, it all started after 2013. And it just went woo way up. This is ridiculous. Slate went on to write that she's contemplating her comedy career. She acknowledged that she made mistakes on her way. She also added she'll continue to engage in meaningful anti-racist action. But the thing is, like, folks like these are bringing racism back because they just label everything in terms of race. You know what I'm saying? I remember MLK saying, don't judge somebody by the content of their skin, judge somebody by the content of their character. But intersectional leftists like Jenny Slate doesn't see things that way. She sees blacks as more disadvantaged. I don't think she means to see black people as more disadvantaged. It's just the way subconsciously, because they are oppressed, that she sees us black folks as lesser than her because she has white privilege. So basically, what they're saying is like white people are more superior to everybody else. That's all they're saying. I mean, that's all I'm getting from this definition of white privilege, that white people are more superior than everybody else, when that's not true. It's bullshit. I mean, because if you really think about it, Asians are superior. I mean, Asians have superior technology. They have superior IQs. They have higher incomes and educational attainment on average than white Americans do. So who's really privileged? Who's really superior? It's not European Americans. Cut the bullshit, leftists. I know exactly what your game is. I'm not going to play the intersectional game with y'all, and that's why a lot of white leftists, you know what I'm saying, I really pissed them off because I really expose them what they're doing, and it makes them so mad, like, man, you said nigga, but man, it's just I just woke shit just get on my damn nerves because it's all fake, man. I mean, it's all virtue signaling. It's all virtue signaling for social media clout. That's all it is. I mean, and if you think about it historically, there was black people who played who voiced different characters. Do you remember like Cree Summer? Cree Summer is she was a biracial actress. She was she was half Jewish, half black, and she played numerous white characters. Like she played Penny, the blonde hair, blue-eyed girl Penny was voiced by Cree Summer. And Cree Summer's voice is just so recognizable. But you're not gonna hear any advocate oh no man, we just gotta have white people do white voices. Or see, that's the issue I have with all this intersectional nonsense, man. It's bringing back racism. I mean, the left is this. I think the left wants the alt-right. They need an alt-right in order to make their bullshit work. Because without that, you can't, without that enemy, they can't really push for what they want to do. That's why I don't really co-sign with their nonsense. And if you knew who the voice of Shredder was, let me ask you, CSK Bay, do you know who the voice of Shredder was in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Yo, do you know who the voice of Shredder was for the Ninja Turtles? I'm gonna show you right now. It actually surprised me when I saw it, because it turned out the Shredder voice actor was Uncle Phil. Oh man, yeah, James Avery, man. James Avery was the voice of Shredder, man. It was a black dude playing an Asian samurai. I mean, yeah, he was a talented voice actor too, man. He did Aladdin, he did all kinds of voice acting, man. But most people remember James Avery as Uncle Phil from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air series. It's wild, man. It's I just have a big issue with and let me show you more black voice actors who play white characters. Because I think you already know. I think you already know a few from the Boondocks, man. Especially Charlie Murphy playing that white dude. But I think that was meant as an inside joke. But I mean, look at this. This is the Cleveland voice actor. I mean, I wonder if he's gonna drop being Cleveland, because that guy nailed Cleveland down too. Because Cleveland has a Baltimore-like accent. And then Lenny's played by Hank Azaria. I wonder if Hank Azaria is going to quit playing Lenny now. I mean, there's going to be a big push for Hank Azaria to stop playing Lenny. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a backlash if Hank Azaria drops playing Lenny. And look at, they got a white guy playing that character. I think it's from Bob's Burgers. What the hell? Oh man, we're moving in a whole different territory now. Mickey Rooney is Mr. Yodi OGO. That was never played today. You're never. I mean, Mickey Rooney's not. Yeah, Mickey Rooney's been canceled right now in this current cultural environment with playing a Japanese stereotype like that. Oh yeah, look at this. Kristen Bell is leaving Central Park because she played a black character. And she's going to be cast with a black actress. It's so crazy. Now all of a sudden Hollywood is getting woke with the current time frame. It's going to stop having white people voice black characters. Unbelievable. I'm gonna tell you, as a guy who lives in Hollywood, Hollywood is very racist. It's very, very racist. Very coded about what they do too. Because, you know what I'm saying, like, if you're like a black actor, you gotta work twice as hard to get roles compared to a white actor. But the thing is, most of the privilege nowadays is going to, like, white women like Christine Bell, who says the right things politically. If you say the right things politically and you're like a white actor, you're gonna get all kinds of privilege. But if you're like, say, Republican talking points, like, oh, you're enemy number one. Or if you're like a person of color actress who says Republican talking points like a Stacey Dash, you're also going to be treated like an enemy. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going against the whole narrative where, like, oh no, she's not the black voice we need. So crazy. So now they're realizing, like, oh damn, we gotta stop playing black people now. Like, here's what Kristen Bell says: black people and people of color have worked and will continue to work on Central Park, but we can do better. They added. We're committed to create opportunities for people. I hate that word. It's like colored people again. I hate that word. Just say black people, or like just say black or Mexican. I hate that word, people of color. I really despise that word. It's basically another way of saying colored people. I swear, these leftists are straight up creating Jim Crow 2.0. I swear, I mean, conservatives don't even think like this. Conservatives, libertarians, like non-leftists don't think like this because we believe like all men are created equal. They don't. They believe some people are more equal than other people. Like they think white people are superior to everybody else, but they got a guilt complex. With a guilt complex, a white savior complex. That's why I always call this shit out, because they're trying to look like their white saviors, look like, oh, we're more special than these white people. Oh, basically trying to make themselves look like they're aristocrats. They can fuck off. I mean, seriously, like these types of people can fuck off. Seriously. And as you see here, this is a list of like people who voice like different races of characters. But I can't find black dudes that played. But yeah, let's see here. Black actors who played white characters. I couldn't find it on there, but